Hello!
Hello!
And welcome!
And welcome.
I'm Dan.
And Dud.
And this is, yeah, you are Dud. That's what I
am
call
Dudley,
you.
yes.
This is Deaf and Dumb.
Yes.
And, yeah.
I was taking a drink of water, so I was late.
Yeah, No, you weren't. I was watching you. You weren't even drinking. You were just looking at me smiling like
Don't
a fool.
ruin the illusion, Dan.
Yeah, don't lie to our audience, Dudley.
I will lie all day, every day.
Uh-huh.
As long as they keep listening.
Uh-huh.
If you want the truth.
It's been kind of a rainy week.
Yeah?
Yeah,
we're in a rainy right now.
Yeah, it's kind of rainy right now, so we might get a little rain because we're in our studio. I'm using air quotes here. It has a metal roof.
Yes, so we're going to go ahead and apologize if you get a lot of rain noise, but you get the atmosphere
it's
that we're
atmosphere, Dudley. It's atmosphere.
Yeah. So how was your week?
It's been okay. I've had some good things and some bad things.
Yes.
I mean, the good things is like my flight controls come in.
Yes.
I'm going to talk some more about that. There's a bug on my cup. My flight controls came in, and so I got Elite Dangerous to try that out.
Yeah.
So I've been playing with that a lot, but also my computer started crashing this week.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't know why I have trouble with that. It wasn't as bad as it was before. I talked about it on this before.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, a few while ago that I was having trouble with it, but it's nowhere near that bad. It's just random little hiccups and then it dies.
Yeah.
But so it's not like one after the other, constantly. It's like one every couple of days maybe.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to troubleshoot. So that's kind of ate up some of my game time because I've been doing a lot of troubleshooting trying to figure that out. So the last few days I've been running memory tests, and it turns out one of my sticks of memory is bad.
Yeah.
It's giving me.
Did you figure out which one it was?
I haven't yet. I'm actually running tests right now, trying to narrow it down to because I have 4 8-gig sticks.
Yeah.
And it's one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I can run the memory test on it, and it almost immediately kicks up a bunch of errors from one of them. So I'm trying to figure out which one is giving me the errors, and yeah. So yeah, that kind of kept me from playing everything I wanted to play this week because I've been playing. I played a little Dark Souls 3, not as much as I did last week.
Yeah, I played a little bit earlier in the week.
Yeah,
I played it.
And Overwatch, I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch, but then I got distracted with my flight controls coming in, and I got Elite Dangerous loaded up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been so torn because I want to play all of these things, and I just don't have that much time.
Yeah.
And so it's always like a little struggle to decide, do I want to jump into Overwatch or do I want to set up my controls and fly my spaceship, which is so much fun.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I keep telling you I'm going to come in there and try it, but I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, yeah.
I played Josh's back when he was around. I could play his, but and I enjoyed it. It was fun. And yours looked like a newer version of that.
It's exactly that. It's exactly what it is. His was the Saitek Pro X-55 Rhino. Mine is the Saitek Pro X-56 Rhino.
Okay, so one number difference.
Yeah, and really, as far as I can tell, is that the difference.
Bless you.
I don't need your blessings, Dudley. Excuse me. It's that. The big difference I've noticed is they switched out some of the little joysticks on the side with a longer, more fluid joystick thing, and then they also the LEDs, a bunch of the lights on it. Yeah. You can set your own color for it. I don't think Josh's did that. If it did, he didn't show it to me.
Yeah,
I think his was just green. Yeah, but it's cool. It's a lot of fun. Like I'm playing Elite Dangerous, which is not really a complex. I mean, on a certain level, it's not a complex game. Yeah. I mean, it is because of all the controls that can go into it. If you can play with a keyboard and mouse and just have a million buttons, but since I'm using the controller, it took me about half an hour to get it all set up and the way I wanted, and figure out where I want certain switches, and so I'm doing that. But it's so cool to be like just in there with the joystick and a throttle, like flying around space, and it's basically like EVE Online. It's a first-person EVE Online is how I would describe it. And
technically. Well, okay. EVE Online isn't first person.
No, it wasn't. It was third person. You were just a pod, and you could see the outside ships. This is all first person.
Yeah.
And
the last time I tried EVE Online, they actually had a out of the ship part.
Yeah, I haven't played EVE Online in a long time, but the
that,
version I played, all there was just like the third-person view of your ship.
Yeah.
And that was it. And like you could see inside a hangar and stuff, but even when you're in the hangar, you're just looking at your ship that's kind of floating there in the middle. While this is all it's kind of the same thing, except you're just inside the ship, and I guess my guy never leaves the ship. He just sits in there all the time, just like an EVE Online. You never really left the ship.
Well, in the new version, you do.
Whatever. If you say so, though,
character
I don't
model, and then you can walk around. In like once you're docked, you can do that. But that's it. But that was a while ago when I played it, so they may have changed again. So who knows?
But it's so much fun. It scratches a weird itch of like, because I mean, really, all I'm doing is I go to a system. I go to a base. I fly into. There's big floating, bases of different kinds. There's like some smaller ones that are like little space stations, and then there's like these really big cube ones that you fly inside of and land on. And there's ones like that look like big round floating sites, like rotating, future space station things, and they're really cool. And so you're like, I'm just flying in and landing on them, going in and buying and selling stuff and getting missions that tell me go here or take this stuff and go over here. And so I load up my cargo and I set a course and I jump from one system to another and I'm just flying. And that's all I'm doing. I'm using the warp drives and stuff and just flying from one system to another, which sounds like on the surface kind of boring, but I don't know. It's so...
I played it a little bit with Josh at it, and it was... I enjoyed it. It was fun for a little...
It's something so simple.
A while, but,
and I mean, it's $30 for the 30 ducks. It costs you 30 ducks to buy this game.
Where do you get those ducks?
It's ducks are a form of currency.
Where?
Everywhere. That's accepting it. Apparently,
I'm
Steam
gonna
has
wiki
it.
that. I don't know if I believe that.
And so, for $30, I'm like immensely enjoying it. Just like I said, all I'm doing is flying around.
Yeah.
I'm doing a mission right now. I've been on for the last few days because I'm trying to find a black box. I'm not sure if it's illegal what I'm doing. I like from what I've read, the other places like doing this is not legal, but I got a mission to do it from. I thought was a reputable place, but I'm going looking for a crashed ship and getting its black box.
Okay, yeah.
Which means I'm just flying around looking for signals.
Yeah.
And trying to, and I haven't figured it out because I can't find it. I haven't been able to find it. I've been flying around this system for the last 2 days I've been playing it. All I've done is fly around this system looking for little signals.
SOS signal,
little unidentified signals to go to stop there and search the rubbish for a black box, and I haven't found it yet. I don't know if I just need to keep looking or I'm doing something wrong, but yeah, normally that stuff you pick up is illegal because it's from destroyed ships.
Yeah.
It's not yours.
Yeah.
And so I actually didn't realize that at first, and I actually loaded up. I landed there, and there was a bunch of like cargo just floating in space. So I was like, just picked it up and I'll sell it, and it's nothing but profit, right? And no one will care. And I didn't realize until I got back to the base, a little thing popped up. It said illicit cargo, and I was like, I looked. I'm like, oh, this stuff's illegal.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have it, which isn't a problem except when you pull into a lot of stations, they scan you.
Yeah.
Looking for
you have to pick a station that will let you with the
and I didn't know if the station I was going in scanned or not, so I just flew in really quickly. Because if you go in fast enough, they won't be able to finish the scan. You can get in and dock before they can scan you.
I think I did that once.
So I was just like, and I didn't realize I had this until I was that I had was illegal until I was going in. So I was just like, I'm just gonna punch it, and so I just pushed it full speed, flew in, and they're like, reduce your speed to 100 meters or whatever they always say, because there's a speed limit kind of thing within range of the space station.
Yeah.
And I just ignored them and flew in and docked. And I've gotten better at docking. I was pretty bad about just like slamming into everything, trying to land.
You gotta be careful.
Also, I had to make some adjustments to my controls to get my thrusters set up right, so I could actually maneuver easily.
Yeah.
It's fun. It scratches a weird itch, and I enjoy it. After I finish running some tests on my memory today, I'm probably going to go play it some more.
Yeah.
I need to get some Overwatch time in. I really like Overwatch, and I just want to play it some more, but I can't. I don't have enough time for all of it. And I want to play Dark Souls some more, and I'm just...
Yeah, Dark Souls is good. I played a little bit, not a lot this week, but I played a little bit of it this week, and, new area.
Yeah.
Or probably, I can't remember where I was last week, but... I was exploring a new area, and it's fun. I think I've beaten another another boss.
Yeah,
another boss.
Not a Lord of Cinder, but
not a Lord of Cinder, but a boss, and
some kind of a boss.
Yeah,
there's a lot of little bosses,
a lot of mini bosses, and then bosses,
and then there's stuff that you think, oh, this is like I've seen stuff I thought, oh, this is a little mini boss, and then you realize, no, this is just what's in this area now.
Yeah,
like those, and you get to one area and there's those gargoyles.
Yeah, those are just
I thought,
gargoyles.
like the first one you see, it comes up when you're trying to cross a bridge.
Yeah,
and you thought, oh, this is a little mini boss. And I fought it, and I'm like, it wasn't that hard, but it was still pretty tough, a little tough. And then I got past it, and then I realized, no, this area just has a bunch of these things. I'm like, I don't want to fight these things.
And they come back, and they're a lot of them.
And they respawn, exactly. They don't just, it's not just one thing.
Yeah. A lot of crazy creatures and stuff, a lot of fun. But yeah, still good. I also played a NES game.
An NES game?
Yes.
I haven't heard about this.
I have not told you about this. I think I mentioned
You've been hiding things from me, Dudley?
I played it yesterday.
Okay.
And I played through it pretty quick. It was actually a demo. It's a new NES game.
Yeah.
So it's called Wit.nes.
What?
Wit.nes.
Like W-I-T?
Yeah,
Wit?
W-I-T.
You don't have any wit.
NES.
Which
if you
Witness.
write it out,
Witness.
It's Witness.
Is it like a detective
game? It is
game?
a NES version of The Witness that some guy made.
Wait, what?
That some guy made a NES version of The Witness.
Okay, I gotta play this.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah?
It's really simple. It's just a demo. It says demo. I don't know if there's any plans to finish it and make a bigger game of it, but you have to get an emulator to play it. So yesterday I downloaded an NES emulator and I started playing this game, and it's the same game. It's basically the same thing. It's you walk around an area and there are little panels you go up to and you click, and instead
is it all of its own level design, or is it just like mimicking the level design of Witness?
No, it doesn't mimic the level design of the game.
It's just
it's
kind of the little puzzle type.
It looks like a Zelda, map where you're walking around. It kind of looks like that, and you walk up to a panel and you click it.
Like a Link to the Past type thing.
Yeah, kinda. And you go up and you click it, and it's not real super complicated, but it's and you walk up and there are little cables running a line that kind of tell you which one to go to, and that'll unlock other ones. And you go up to a panel and you do the puzzles just like from Witness.
Yeah.
Except the only difference is instead of using a mouse to move around, you use
a little D-pad.
Yeah, I used my Steam controller to play it. I had to set it up, but it worked, and it's pretty interesting. You play through all the puzzle. It gets a little
I'm gonna have
difficult.
to come get the copy of it from you.
You can download it online. It's Wit.nes.
But you've already set it up, so I'm just gonna grab it from you.
Yeah, and but
that sounds really intriguing. Like I love The Witness.
I think
really
it took
cool
me
game.
30 minutes to play through the whole thing.
Oh, really?
It's not long.
Yeah.
But I played The Witness. I knew the rules of the puzzles. So but it does the same thing. You start with the basic puzzle and kind of work your way up to more difficult puzzle, and then there's one at the end that uses everything you've done up to that point.
That's really cool.
You open this gate.
Man, I like that. I'm
gonna
have to check that out.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Because
I was like, okay, it might just be
a little gimmick thing,
The only thing I wish it had is, and it might have, I just missed it, but I don't think it did, was the environment puzzles. It didn't have anything like that, and that was kind of the big
that would have been hard to do, I think.
I don't know how they would have done it.
I don't know how you could have done that.
But it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played that yesterday.
I'll have to That's cool.
It's real tiny. It's a NES game, so it's like 40 kilobytes.
Yeah. A meg.
Yeah, not even nowhere close. It's tiny, and it's a real simple game. It's funny.
That's cool.
So I played that yesterday.
I will have to check that out. That's cool.
But the name just made me laugh, or at least it was the Witness, but they put it at Wit.nes. And that's probably where the idea stemmed from.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, what about an NES version? So I played that. It was fun. I also been playing.
Yeah.
Playing around with City Skyline.
Yeah. I saw you were messing with it yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I was because there's some stories going around of people building, cities. Real world cities in the game. I think I saw one just this week for Seattle.
I saw one last fall. Trey and I were watching a video of a guy who was making London.
Yeah,
which was pretty cool.
It's pretty interesting. But someone made a really accurate Seattle.
Yeah.
And I had the game, so I was like, I'm gonna play around with it. And so I was basically gonna build our hometown in it. And so I was looking at...
That's what everyone needs.
Yeah, and it's not, our hometown is small, it's whatever. And it's just the, 1-to-1 ratio that fits. The whole thing kind of fits in it.
Oh, yeah. So it's not like with the other ones. Like, I know the guy with the London one was having trouble because London's so big. He was only doing a small part of it, and even then he had to scale it. And so the road and the river scaling wasn't quite matching up. Yeah. And so he was having trouble with trying to line that stuff up.
We have one big loop here, and I figured that the map, the whole thing, the loop and everything will fit inside the playable area. So
yeah, I saw some of the results you had, and I was impressed because of course for me it was immediately recognizable. But
and
you had all the roads laid out.
Well, I was wondering because I thought about it, like, just do it, and then I was like, man, how do they do that? How do they get the landscape just right? How do they know where to put a hill?
Exactly.
Or where not to put a hill?
That's a lot.
I doubt they surveyed all this.
Yeah.
So I started researching, and it's quite interesting. They use quite interesting, and they use because all this information's out there, the data, the road maps,
it's all this
topographical maps.
Yeah,
it's all there.
It's all out there.
It's on the internet, and someone has already made specifically for this game. It's called a terrain.party.
Okay,
it's a website.
Terrain.party,
and it looks like a Google
terrain
Maps.
Party.
Terrain
party with your terrain.
That's the website.
Okay.
And you go to it, and it has the entire world. And has a little square, and you can put it wherever you want. That's the size of your map. Of the game map in City Skylines.
Oh, okay.
And you can move it.
It's a tool made specifically for City Skylines.
Yes, this is designed just for it.
Oh, that's
you
cool.
move it anywhere in the world,
and it'll copy that information.
You export the topographical map of it and put it out in multiple files, different sources. So whatever sources are available, and they recommend there's certain ones. So I used it, and then you can import that into City Skylines.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I created the little bit of hills we have around here, which it's not super definitive. It's a little picture, basically, a black and white
gradient
picture, and which you look at it almost looks completely black.
Yeah,
but for us, because we're not very
not that
diverse
not a lot
terrain.
Not a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of hills, but it's not like nothing drastic.
Not huge hills or anything. So
I wouldn't call them rolling.
Yeah. So drop it in there, and there it is. Okay. Well, then I was like, okay, how am I going to do roads?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can go off geographic and kind of design the road.
Yeah, the one on London guy, I think he was like, what he was doing was using a mod that allowed him to have an image of the map. And you could move it up and down and line it up in the game, and then he was literally manually drawing all the roads.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's what you did.
I did not do that
because
that would take a long time.
Did it, you did it really quickly.
No, there was a mod through Steam, the workshop. You can get a mod called let's see, I have the name of it.
You butchered this one.
Cinemagraph. Cinemagraph.
Cinemagraph.
Cinemagrapher. CIMTONEGRAPHER. Tographer.
Yeah, you know how it is when you spell things out to me.
Cinematographer.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a mod called Cinemagraph.
Okay.
Cinemagraph. Whatever. I can't say it. Basically you put that in, load in the mod, and then it will. You take the coordinate from the terrain.party.
Okay.
And import it into you copy and paste it in there, and it will go to another website that has all the roads.
Okay.
And it will take that information and import it into and line it up to the map and everything.
Wow. So you did it like quick and easy.
Yeah, and it works pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a few little weird little things, but
yeah, you showed me a parking lot and how.
Yeah, it put a parking lot in there, which it didn't really.
It just made a bunch of rows that were like side by side.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was really strange.
The only thing that didn't quite work, we have like 2 major creeks that run through our town, and.
I don't know if I call them major, but they are 2 creeks.
Well, for us.
2 large creeks.
They're large creeks.
Creeks.
Don't really show up on the map, but they're there. I see where they're supposed to be. But the difference is not enough.
Oh, yeah.
To register that this is deep and needs water in it. So I was having trouble. You have to have a water flow in your town map for it to work as a playable map.
Yeah, because you got to have a water source.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have no water.
So that's the only thing that didn't get imported properly. So I'm actually like digging a trench.
You're digging a trench to it to make your.
So I made a really small, deal brush size to just go kind of where it is. So that's probably the most inaccurate thing on my map is where the creek is.
Well, you should figure out what that mod is that lets you lay the image over. And
I need to.
And then you can lay it. Because that's what all he was doing. Was sitting there raising and lowering it to wherever he needed it, and so he could see where to draw stuff, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I have to do that because I was very rough with the creek. It looks, when I zoomed out, it looks pretty good in general, but if I didn't get close, looking at the map, because I can kind of see where it is, I get the slight difference where the crevice are, and so I can kind of do it. But so I was doing that yesterday, and I was having some fun, and I'll probably keep working on it.
I'm kind of curious to see the results of it.
Figuring out how to do the buildings and stuff into it. I don't know how I want to do that, but we'll figure.
Yeah,
I know
the guy who's doing the London one. He was getting a lot of mods on a lot of models from other places, and
you can get
like people
models.
have made custom models of
Big Ben.
Big Ben and the London Eye and all that stuff. The London Tower bridges and the Millennium Bridge and just like townhouses, because you know how they have those like house to house, they're like butt up. There's no alley or anything. They're just right up against each other. And he had to come up with a clever way of doing it because the game won't let him do that.
Yeah.
Normally, it won't let you just put 2 houses wall to wall against each other. But what he ended up doing was he could do he made these little 2-square houses and like double 2-story houses. And then what he would do is he would skip every other space and put a row of houses, and then you go back and select those spaces between and put put the houses again, and it would actually do it and make them.
So he kind of tricked the game.
He tricked it into doing it. It looks perfect. It looks like those kind of typical London townhouse streets things you see like on Monty Python.
Yeah, I'll be playing around with it. Yeah. I don't know how far I'll take it, but just playing with the mapping and everything was pretty cool.
I played some more Overwatch at the beginning of this week, and I like the game. I like it a lot. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think I'm just not good at it.
Well, it takes time.
You
can't just expect yourself to be really good.
I should be able to just. I should just be good at it, Dudley. I've played first-person shooters my whole life. I should just be good at this.
That's not how it works.
And oddly enough, I'm not. I thought I would be better at just the run and gun kind of guy, but the most I've done the best is Reinhardt, and I'm like the shield. I'm up the front, just blocking for people, really, and more of a defense role than an offensive role.
That's what you.
You're
good at.
I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. I feel like I'm helping the team a lot when I do that. But I want to go and fight. I want to shoot stuff. But I've been trying out different stuff. I need to play some more, and I need
some hours.
I haven't tried all the characters yet. I need to go through some more of the characters and see if another one kind of fits me well.
Yeah.
Because I tend to do, like, anytime I get over zealous, I end up jumping in the middle of stuff.
Yeah.
And end up dying really quickly.
Yeah, of course. That's what happens when you get overzealous.
Yeah, and
you die.
But I like it. I like it a lot. I wish I had more time to play it and all the other games I play. Because Elite Dangerous I like a lot, but it kind of time consuming. It takes more time where I'm waiting, I'm traveling, and I'm like, I have to really focus in on, like, it's not like EVE Online, because EVE Online you could plot a course and let it run, and you don't actually have to be, like, in there doing stuff for the most part. As long as you plot the course through, like, safe regions and stuff, you don't have to worry about being attacked or anything. You could let it run and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
While in this game, it's just like, not only am I have to be actively flying the ship, like, there are times I can just kind of set the throttle go and let it run, but once I start getting close to landing somewhere, I need to...
You have to throttle back.
I got throttle back and come out of warp, and otherwise I overshoot what I'm looking, because there's like 3 layers of warp in the... There's the normal drive where you're just flying around, really slowly, and like when you're docking and stuff, and then there's like the first layer, they all call it the frame ship drive. The first layer of it is just for flying around in the system. So you're flying when you're flying around planets and suns, and that's how you get across the system. But then there's the super warp, or whatever it's called, where you're jumping from one system and another. So most of the time you're in that middle range, but when you want to make it, you want to stop at a planet or an asteroid belt or a starport, you got to lock onto it, pick it and lock onto it, fly over there, and it'll take 30 seconds to a minute to get there. And then once you start getting close, you got to throttle back because you don't want to come in too quick. You can't just drop out.
Yeah.
You can, in an emergency situation, you can drop out of it, but it's not safe.
Yeah.
And so you have to, like, throttle back, slow down as you get closer. So you're, like, watching this number countdown and keeping it kind of in the same place as it counts down.
It's really weird.
It's really strange.
It's accurate as far as I can tell. It makes
a lot of
sense for space travel does. But it's hard to wrap your head around sometimes.
It is sometimes, but like I'm getting used to it, and also I'm getting used to the HUD, because the HUD's covered in information. There's a lot of little things I'm like, I don't know what that is, but then slowly I realize, oh, that's really great. And you have a little compass that kind of, you lock onto something and it tells you, like, if you set something as a target where you're going, it'll show up on the little compass thing, and it gives you a little marker that so you at least know which way to look to find where, because you're in space, you can look you can go in any direction. So sometimes it's like helpful just having this one little blue dot to say, that's where I'm going. I need to point that direction, and then it helps orientate you to a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm liking it. It's such a weird.
Yeah.
It's such a weird little thing.
I would be interested, talking about your flight controls, and I've told you about this, in playing some other games that aren't flying games, like playing World of Tank with the control. I think would work.
It depends. Like, it depends how you set it up. Because it could work, but, like, the problem is, like, the things I see issues with is, like direct turning. Because right now, like, for flying, to do what's called yaw, where you're more of like your actual turning. Normally, rotating, you would just be sliding your mouse left or right for a first-person game. It's twist the joystick left or right. Well, that wouldn't work. I think you'd have to use the joystick leaning. I don't know. It could work.
You would have to program it to work for the game. I think it would.
It could work. I don't know how well it would work against other people using keyboard and mouse.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun to experiment with and try.
Yeah,
and kind of give that immersive level.
When Josh got his flight controls, the first thing I thought, you could use this in Kerbal. Because with all the little switches and all the little things, I thought, that's brilliant. But Kerbal is third person.
Yeah.
And so it really doesn't work.
Well, there is a first person mode.
There is, but, like, you don't want to fly that. You want to fly those spaceships in first person?
Yes, you do.
You know how hard that would be? It's hard enough to fly them in third person.
But that's the challenge,
like,
Daniel.
The one thing we did realize would be really useful was, like, when you're docking with a space station, like, the way that thing worked would be great to use a joystick for. Yeah. But, like, little thing, I don't think I would play the whole game that way. Because it would be impossible. There's no way you could build a ship using a joystick.
Not the building, of course not. But, like, the flying of it would be great.
like if you just limit yourself to first person only,
it'd be great.
It'd be so hard, but it'd be cool.
I mean, it'd be something to do once you got good enough Kerbal where flying in third person wasn't that much of a challenge anymore.
Maybe
you take it to the next level of going. I'm going to play in first person. I'm going to be the Kerbal. It's immersive, damn.
Maybe I'll have to try that and just like play Kerbal where every flight test is always in first person.
Yeah,
and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I want to talk about something real briefly. We talked, because No Man's Sky last week. The whole reason I was getting this because I was getting ready for that game, and I'm really excited about it.
It was delayed.
And it was delayed, but I didn't see it until after we had done the podcast. But apparently, a lot of people were giving death threats over it.
Yes.
Like the creator of the game, I think even the reporter that reported the original rumors,
a lot of people got
death threats about talking about this game being right. And I just want to say that's ridiculous.
Yes.
I'm sorry. And it's like one, like if you feel inclined to give someone a death threat over a delayed game, grow up.
Yeah.
Like just grow up. I mean, okay. How old are you that you're so upset by a delayed game?
I mean, here's
something
the thing.
That doesn't even really affect your actual life.
I like games.
Yeah.
I like playing games.
Yeah.
It's half my life I've played video games, and I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I can't think of a reason I would ever give someone a death threat because of a game.
I can't give a reason. I can barely think of a reason to give someone a death
real
threat,
life,
period.
I can't. But because of a game.
Well, and here's the thing. It's not like it's delayed a year.
No.
It's delayed a month and a half.
Yeah. So what?
Play something else for a little bit. Month and a half.
Yeah. It's kind of
it's ridiculous. I'm sorry, it's stupid.
It's people who want their stuff and they want it now.
Grow up. I mean, there are plenty of other games. It's not gonna that game, and I'm sorry you're overhyping the game anyway.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it because it's a spaceship flying exploration game.
And I guarantee you, the people who do the death threats are so excited about it will be disappointed in the game.
I bet you they're gonna get the game and then they're gonna
come out. They'll be like, I want to send a death threat because this game is shit, or whatever.
Exactly, it's ridiculous. They're overhyping the game anyway. But like, I'm excited about it because it's like a thing I could really get into. But
there's nothing wrong with that.
But
there's
nothing wrong with being excited. But there's a point where it gets you're being ridiculous.
Yeah,
and like
don't
I said,
do that.
It's not like BioShock Infinite was delayed twice and ended up being delayed almost 2 years. When it was in the process of being coming out, they also announced it way too early.
Yeah.
But still, like that game was delayed. You can imagine someone getting overhyped about that and wanting to, threatening to.
I don't think there were any death threats about that one.
I don't know.
And that was way longer than a month and a half.
Yeah,
so.
I'm like, grow up. It's a month and a half. You can wait a month and a half. It's gonna be past before you even know it.
Yeah, and it'll be better. It'll be a better game for it.
And it'll be a better game. Usually that's true.
I guarantee you if they had released it on time, and there would
have
been some bugs in it, and then they would have been same situation. They did the right thing delaying it, in my opinion. Yeah. I'd rather them delay it a little bit, make a better game, and then go on.
Yeah, I mean, how many times games get released and then they're buggy?
Well, the Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight. Batman Arkham Knight.
Got released.
Got released. Had all kinds of problems on the PC. I didn't have any of them. It didn't affect me at all.
I actually, everyone else was not playing the game, and I had finished it.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people couldn't play it because of it, and I had no problems. But if they just maybe waited a month or so, they could have fixed some of that stuff.
But and thanks to that whole thing, I still played the game. And then we're sorry, they gave everyone who had it on Steam all the other Arkham games on Steam, which I played a lot of them on Xbox before I switched over to having them on Steam. Yeah. So now I have them all on Steam.
Well, I have them. I played them on Steam. I think I played them on Steam.
Yeah,
and so I have them. I didn't get anything out of that. I think I got all the DLCs.
Yeah, I got all. I was like, oh, cool. I don't know if I'll ever go back and play through them, but I can now.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Without having to set up my Xbox. I was like, I mean.
I'd rather a game be delayed, be good, than come out and have problems.
Yeah, I just don't. I want to understand this person I understand you're excited about something. You're hyped, but I get excited about stuff. But even then, there's a point where just like be reasonable. I just don't understand where it's like they got so excited that that when it was delayed, they became irrational enough to say, I'm going to threaten harm to someone.
And what do they think that's going to do?
But give them the game sooner?
Give them the game No.
Because I don't think I like to hope to believe that they don't actually mean it.
Yeah.
It's still ridiculous that they're saying it.
Yeah.
And that's the whole internet giving you anonymity kind of thing. And so that you can just say whatever you want. It doesn't matter, which I think is a little ridiculous. Like, you know, be reasonable.
Yeah.
Don't go around threatening people. It's just silly.
Yeah.
And... Because, you know, it's serious. That's serious.
That's the deaf and dumb way. Don't do death threats.
Don't do death threats. We are anti-death threats here.
Yes.
Especially about games.
Yes.
I mean...
Stupid.
It's not like they've pre-ordered it. Like, I mean, some people are pre-ordered. I haven't pre-ordered it. But, like, it's just... I don't know. It's not like it's not coming out or it's not... Like, they hyped it up and then they're, we're not going to release it. Or it's just a month and a half. I don't understand, like, how that's such a big deal.
I don't either.
Games are delayed all the time. Making games is hard. It's complicated. There's a lot involved. And getting it working, because it's a piece of software.
Yeah.
And software can be complicated and temperamental.
Yeah.
And so getting all the bugs out of something that complicated is a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at what they can actually get accomplished. And I'm amazed that most of these games ship with only a few bugs.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, all right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my rant about that.
Yeah,
people being dumb.
People being dumb. We were talking about Overwatch a little bit.
Yeah.
And last week we talked about Overwatch, but a different Overwatch. Our City of Villains guild.
Yeah, we did.
That I didn't play much of, but I got a call today from our older brother Robert.
Oh, Bob.
Robert.
I call him Bob.
Yeah, you call him Bob.
I don't think he likes it. I think
that's
why.
I
think that's why I call him that, because he doesn't like it.
He called me and he told me he just listened to last week's episode, and he was talking about the City of Villains. He was telling me what his character was, because I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, we thought it might have been Overbot, but that's not it.
He wasn't Overbot.
We think another friend of ours was Overbot.
Yes, he was a character called Overlook. And his kind of a stealth character.
He's like really tiny.
Yeah, he designed his whole character around being tiny as possible. In fact, he apparently had robot arms because they were really thin. So he said he was kind of a bug-looking thing. It was really weird. And he also reminded me, I think, what my character was. Because he was talking about, he said he's pretty sure that someone had a character, and I'm pretty sure this was mine, was a speedster.
Yeah.
And it was called Overrun.
Overrun.
And I'm pretty sure that was my character.
It's such a terrible name.
It's terrible,
Overrun.
But it's great. Overrun. It's
what are you going to do? I'm going to
overrun. I'm going to step aside. I'm going to overrun it. So you're going to miss it? No, I'm going to... That's just no.
Yeah, you're gonna run past them. You're gonna run
over
over them.
I'm gonna run past them and then come right back. You're gonna do it fast? Yes, of course it's gonna be fast.
I mean, that's my whole thing.
That's my thing.
Quickly. I mean, anyone can just run normally.
Yeah. So there's more. There's a little more information.
Yeah,
about
like
the Overwatch.
I couldn't remember, but yeah, like I was talking to our buddy Graham, and he was saying that like he thought. He mentioned another friend of ours named Mark, who I forgot he played with us, but yeah, he said he played it, and he thinks. And now that I think about it, I think he was Overbot.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So yeah, and Graham was Overboy,
and then you were Overnight. I think I was Overrun, and then
Overlook was Robert.
Well, the puns start running out.
Oh yeah, you just it's Overrun.
It's overused.
Overused is exactly it.
Overworn.
It was yeah. And then we were Overwatch. That was our
guild
organization, our guild.
So, but that's Blizzard. You owe us money.
No,
you owe us lots of money.
I mean, can we call
Daniel,
characters?
We got to be united on this.
Hold on,
we got to be united.
Just a real quick aside. Can we call characters we made in a game that's owned by someone else intellectual properties?
Yes.
I don't know where the line is on that.
I don't either.
I mean, I can't take it out.
I just want to.
We also found out City Villains isn't running anymore.
We have a claim. We'll let the courts figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, City of Villains doesn't exist. I mean,
it doesn't exist. Yeah, that was the other thing. Graham informed us that the City of Villains
had shut down
a while ago. They did do a sequel. It was I've forgotten what it was now. But he told me. I'll have to pull it up real quick. But it doesn't exist anymore. Apparently, the only superhero game that you can play right now is
MMO.
DC.
I mean, there's lots of superhero games.
The MMO, the only superhero MMO you can
massively
play
multiplayer
is
online.
is DC Universe Online. So it's the only one left, apparently.
In DC Universe, does everyone just play DC characters?
Oh, they did the people who did City of Villain did a follow-up called Champions Online.
Okay, I remember hearing about it. I didn't play it, but I remember hearing about it.
It was short-lived, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I didn't know it was the same people doing it.
Yeah, it was the same people did that. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. So, maybe it was time for a good... There's a lot of superhero movies. Maybe time to bring in a superhero MMO out. Marvel could probably do one.
I mean, there's a lot of like superhero games.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I think that's how they're tapping the market. MMOs are hard to do.
Well, yeah.
Having played Game Developer
Tycoon,
MMOs. Once you get late games, you can do an MMO. That's a great game, by the way. Have you played it? Oh
yes, I've been. It's
such a good game. And especially if you're like us and you grew up in this era of
where
from
takes
like
place.
the 80s and starting in the 80s and like playing all those games.
Commodores.
Never have I played a game where my knowledge of gaming history has been super useful.
Yeah, because you knew what things were going to go down.
Like my early PC games, I'm like, oh, I'm going to make a Fallout game, and this is going to be big right now.
Yeah.
And then you get to where you can build your company up and start building your own consoles. And so I do a lot of like kind of parodies of stuff. And
I was ripping off everything.
I had so much fun in that game just naming games.
Yeah, that
was more of the game than to me. I would spend I would put almost no time into the development and planning on how I was going to make this game, and then I would get to where I would name it, and I would spend 30 minutes staring at that empty box going, and here's the thing, is like, in that game works, you make this game, you ship it, and it does really well, or if it does terrible, you're like, well, crap, oh well, it didn't do that well, it made a little money, or it made its money back, or no money, or lost money, or whatever, and you're like, okay, whatever game didn't work out. And then, but if it does really well, like, you hate it for it to do really well and you didn't give it a good name. Because then you're like, I got to do sequels. But what am I going to call this? Or, like, I had the time, more than once, I forgot to name the game and just hit send. And it would just be like game number and a number.
Yeah.
Game 47 or something like that, I think was one of them. And it did really well with no name.
Yeah, it's funny because they'll actually make fun of you for not doing, like, despite its name, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that in the review.
Yeah, and so like I had games that were like like had no name. So and then I would run, like, for sequels, I would run little puns on the jokes about the name, like the number and like something like that. But I need to play that game again. I kind of played it to death when I had it.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I probably put like 30 hours in that game.
I probably
maybe
have
more.
To. But anyway, that's another tangent.
Yeah, that's a good game though.
Let's get to the news before we run out of time.
Oh, news, fine.
All right.
The only thing I had to talk about was like, people need to grow up over.
I have
No Man's
a lot of little news this week. So the one I just read today, we'll start with it and then we'll work our way back.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Allison Road, the spiritual successor to PT, the Silent Hill demo. So this is the game. Okay, here's the history of it. This game called Allison Road came out because PT, the demo for the Silent Hills game that was supposed to be done by Kojima and Konami and Guillermo del Toro, starring Norman Reedus.
Yeah. Not happening.
Anymore. Not happening. Got canceled because
all that stuff.
Yeah, and
that
whole
mess of stuff with Konami and Kojima and
so that didn't happen.
All the
this company or this group, these fans, decided, we'll make this game. So they made a spiritual successor called Allison Road.
Okay. So it's a game I can't play because it's terrifying.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Anyway. So they did a Kickstarter, which they didn't cancel because they were going to work with another game company to make it. So they partnered with the company. So they canceled their Kickstarter. They didn't need it anymore. The news today is that it's been canceled.
The game
has been canceled.
Really?
According to the official Twitter for the game has been canceled.
Okay, so let me get it straight. These people decided they were going to make a spiritual successor to PT.
Yes.
And so they went and did a Kickstarter to raise money so they could do it.
Yes.
But then at the middle way through the Kickstarter, they canceled it
because they were working with another game
there
company.
Was a game company came to them and said, hey, we want to help you make this.
Yes, they were
And they said, oh, well, we're going to do this. We don't need the Kickstarter anymore. They canceled it. and now it's been canceled.
Yes, I don't know the reasoning yet, but they're supposed to, I think, tomorrow or so, put out an official statement.
Like
so
a statement
I'll
saying
update
why.
it next week.
That's
why.
weird.
But that's crazy, and that's kind of disappointing.
It's weird. I guess they should have just stuck with the Kickstarter. Or
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know
if it was a problem with the company, or is it just...
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. With these fan things, I don't know, half the time these things never work out. But some reason this one didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Other news. Fallout 4. A lot of stuff. A lot of people making videos.
All kinds of fun little.
A lot of
weird...
I can't say it.
Mockumentary?
No, the animation. Mock animation. I don't know how to say it.
Oh,
it's like
machinations?
Yeah, that's
machinations.
Machination.
It's like where
you animate stuff in a game.
Yeah, a lot of people did it a lot with Gary's Mod and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
machinations.
So there's a couple of videos out there that are pretty funny this week.
The one I saw, and I asked you just a little bit ago if you'd seen it, was the Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, the TV show.
I like Rick and Morty a lot.
I do too.
That show is so weird, but I love it.
Yeah.
And
someone made a Fallout 4. It's
like
kind of best of video.
Yeah, it really is. It's like they took a bunch of audio clips from a bunch of random really fun bits in Rick and Morty
and animated
and animated it using Fallout,
which worked pretty well.
It worked pretty well. It was a little weird. It was a little hokey at points.
It's pretty hokey at times, but the best part in it is there's the part where they're watching TV in the show, and it's this absurd television show.
Yeah, it's the episode where they're tapping into interdimensional television.
Yeah, and it's just ridiculous, and they recreate it pretty well in the game, and it's hilarious.
It's such a great show.
But
I know this is a gaming podcast, but like apparently they recently announced that Rick and Morty was going to come out. The new season was going to come out in the fall. I think.
Yeah, it's coming out in the fall.
Not next year. Like everyone thought, it'll be a couple of years or so before the next one, but it's coming out soon, and I'm excited.
Well, because there was about a year gap.
Yeah, there's a long
gap
between the other seasons, and so a lot of people didn't expect it to come out soon. But and even they make jokes about it themselves.
The end of the second season,
it'll probably be a year or so.
Yeah, before they make jokes about it, but they actually coming out sooner.
I'm excited. Cool. I like that show.
Continuing with Fallout 4. There's another one that.
I can't just go off on a tangent about Rick and Morty.
We don't have time.
And Dan Harmon.
We don't have time, Daniel.
And how we met Dan Harmon that one time.
Yes, we did meet Dan Harmon.
That was cool.
Dan
Harmon was a cool guy.
Dan Harmon is a cool guy, yes.
He was drunk at the time, but it's cool.
Well, he's still cool. But anyway, going on, they did, so the X-Men Apocalypse,
you're just stumbling all over the words today. X-Men Apocalypse.
I've been sick, or I'm trying to get sick, so that's
stop it. Stop trying to get sick.
Well, anyway, the X-Men Apocalypse, probably the best part in the new movie is Quicksilver scene.
Quicksilver, yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
Someone recreated part of it. They didn't do all of it, and it wasn't... There are moments in it that are good. They made a little
You're selling this really short.
I know. It's kind of good. If you've seen the movie, go watch it. They recreated it in Fallout 4, and it was pretty good up to a point, and then it kind of just peters out. But they did that clip, so that's kind of cool. All right, other news. Pokemon, Sun and Moon, the new game's coming out. They've revealed
Did they improve
the
seal?
Huh? I don't know.
Man, I want that owl.
I
really want that owl.
Yeah,
that's a dapper owl.
You want me to tell you that?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I got to thinking about that owl.
You keep going on tangents.
That owl, he's so dapper.
So Sun and Moon, they've revealed the legendaries.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen this.
The one for Sun, Pokemon Sun, is Solgaleo.
Solgaleo.
Is a psychic seal. It kind of looks like a lion.
Another seal.
Steel.
Oh, Steel.
S-T-E-L.
I thought I was like, why did they go down this road again?
A psychic steel Pokemon.
Who
looks like a lion.
Oh,
he looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I'm going at. This is the legendaries are making me decide which
one I'm going to go for. Yeah, it's usually the case.
That's Pokemon Sun.
Okay.
And then the Luna.
Is it a wolf?
No.
Oh, that's a missed
Lunala.
Lunala?
Lunala.
I haven't even seen this for it.
Lunala. Lunala.
Okay.
It's a psychic ghost.
Okay.
Bat-looking
Bat.
Pokemon.
Okay, that's a good.
Pretty good.
You know,
For
Wolf was like seemed like the obvious choice, but okay, I'm glad they didn't go just on the nose.
So that's Pokemon Moon, legendary. Also,
when does Sun and Moon come out? Do you know?
I can't remember.
You failed me, Dudley.
You could look it up while I'm talking about this other thing.
Because we have internet in the studio right now.
Yes, I got that set up.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Dudley.
The new Pokédex will be different. The new Pokédex will be inhabited by a Rotom Rotom is a ghost-like Pokemon. I don't know if he was in other games, but he possesses the Pokédex.
Oh, so
it has the Pokédex will have a personality, I guess, and will give you like hints and stuff, and then it'll do more than just collect data. So that's kind of interesting.
The release date for Pokemon Sun and Moon is November 18th of this year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there's a little ways out. It's in the fall. Wait, I'm pulling up these legendaries you were talking about.
Yeah, you're looking at a picture of them now?
I'm trying to get... Oh, it's a video. I don't want to watch a video. Give me the picture.
There's pictures of them.
The stupid site I clicked gave me
Okay, well, while you're doing that, I will talk about some other things. Speaking of Nintendo...
I don't know about that lion. He looks
pretty cool. I like the lion.
He looks kind of silly.
No.
His whole main face thing is flat.
No, I don't know. It's fine.
The bat looks cool, though.
He's okay. I wasn't too impressed with the bat.
The bat's cool.
He's all right.
I think I might have to go with the moon. That bat's
well, that's
cool
fine, because I'm going with sun, so we'll both have it.
We'll cover the ground there.
All right, moving on.
If you say so.
Oh, the games are set on islands. They're currently inspired by Hawaii for the
Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Not Japan?
Yeah, they're apparently inspired by Hawaii for the level or the map.
Oh, okay.
So it's
a lot of palm
islands,
trees.
So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's all I got for Pokemon.
Hawaii!
News,
lion and bat.
The lion and bat, yes. So there was something I saw that was kind of cool. So in 2000, Burger King put out little toy Game Boys.
Yeah, I kind of remember
Game Boy Colors.
Yeah, I kind of remember it. I remember it.
We may have one at one point. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But anyway, they put out little toy Game Boys. They weren't actually Game Boys. They're just little toys. And so someone...
Well, they had a little game on it.
They had a little game on it.
Like a little...
But I don't know much more about it. It was 16 years ago. Who knows?
It was a long time.
Someone took that...
So much water under the bridge.
And made what they called a Game Boy Color Nano. And they put a Raspberry Pi, which is like a small
tiny computer.
Tiny computer with an emulator.
Yeah, because it runs like Android software.
It runs like Android software. So they made put an emulator software so you can play games on it, like NES games or Super NES or Game Boy, whatever.
Yeah,
really, you can play any
tiny
game
though, right?
It's really tiny.
I don't know how they fit in there.
It's 2 inches.
Yeah.
I looked at the pictures. From the front, it looks like a Game Boy, but if you flip it over, it looks like they've added to the back.
Yeah, to give it the room. Because I don't know how. Like, I didn't look at the pictures, but I was like, how do they fit that in there? I mean, I know technology's come a long way, but
those things are pretty small.
Yeah, they're pretty small anyway. But I didn't think they were that small.
But yeah, so Redditor Chase Lambert. I don't know if he did it or he just posted the pictures. I think he found someone else who did it. He was working on it, but found someone else who kind of beat him to it. I think that's the way I understood it. Okay. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that wouldn't be the first time.
But it has the buttons work on it. Has sound, everything built in.
Nice. That's really kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
Just a little pocket game.
A guy was apparently selling them for like $250.
Oh, dang. You could just go buy I could go buy a DS for that.
Yeah, exactly. I guess if you want a really tiny game system, you can carry around.
You know, to smuggle into prison.
Yeah, it's really, really kind of expensive. But yeah. Oh, and I have one other thing.
What is it? What you got?
Oh no, I have a couple more things. I forgot that I have some stuff down here. Okay, I'll skip that part and come back to it. Konami. We were talking about Konami.
Yeah, you know
they've announced a new Metal Gear Solid game.
What? Is it one of those pachinko machines?
It is a pachinko machine.
Yeah, they did the same thing with
slot machine game, a gambling game in Japan.
Because that's apparently all they want to make now.
So
They
a
wanna
lot of
make
people
gambling.
are mad about this, and I'm just like, oh.
They did the same thing right after they canceled Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill.
They said they released a Silent Hill game, Pachinko machine.
Yeah.
For it's a gamble. It's a slot machine.
It's a slot machine.
Yeah.
It's just a themed slot machine.
Yeah, it's a themed slot machine. That's all they are.
And that's what Konami wants to make now.
Well,
Because that's
yeah,
where the money is.
Well,
apparently.
because apparently they were pushing to legalize gambling or something in Japan. Or I don't
think
really
that's
know
gone
the
through. I
yeah,
don't know. I haven't
think
kept up with it.
I don't know the details on it, but I remember hearing that there was like a lot of stuff going on with the legalization of gambling and.
Yeah, so they're that.
So they were
there's
getting
money
into
to be
that.
made.
Well,
Apparently.
yeah, I mean.
So that's what they're doing, and that's a lot of fans are mad about it.
Yeah, I honestly, anything that like, my brain almost shut down when you said, "Oh, I got news from Konami." I was just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I just don't care. I'm not. I just
Konami
just lay it on me.
Is nothing without Kojima.
It's just like, I mean, the only thing they were making that I cared about was Metal Gear.
Yeah, I mean, and
which was
Silent Hill.
Kojima. And, well, they were gonna make a Silent Hill game,
Yeah.
but they didn't.
But yeah, then they lost Kojima, so.
Well, they didn't lose them. They just got rid of them.
Which is just, yeah. Well, they messed up. That's what they did.
Yeah.
So yeah. One other, I have a couple of things. I don't think we'll get to all of it, but someone made a drone. They took a drone, flying.
Oh, yeah.
Helicopter,
I saw this.
Quadcopter.
Yeah.
And made it look like the Half-Life 2 city scanners.
Yeah,
The
little scanners that you fly
box-
around that
yeah.
that just come and buzz at you.
Yeah, and
Yeah, little ratting.
just
little
got
rat-a-tat.
they're big bright light. And
Yeah,
they fly around.
It just spots you out, kind of thing.
So someone made one, took a drone and made it look like one of those. And it looks fantastic.
Like it does. It's
looks
really
really
good.
good.
It looks really good. I honestly, like when I saw
you
it,
thought it was a screen grab, didn't you?
I thought it was a screen grab.
It looks just like it.
I was so confused because I didn't really read the headline. I saw the picture and I kind of glanced at the headline and I guess I was thinking about VR stuff at the time.
Yeah.
So for some reason I thought somebody had made like a VR atmospheric walk around stuff
With
like
it?
set in Half-Life.
Yeah.
Like set in the Half-Life world, like maybe you were like one of them flying around from its perspective, but no, I just misunderstood it altogether. I'm like, and I went back later and I looked at the article again. I'm like, oh no, they made a physical drone
it's an
that
actual
looks like
real
a city
world.
scanner. I'm like, that looks fantastic. It's almost to the point that when I thought it was just a screen grab.
Yeah,
like
it looks
in-game.
good.
It's so good.
So I should have got the guy's name who made it.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
sorry.
impressive.
Very impressive. Very
impressive.
cool.
Really good stuff. Now,
but
if only Half-Life 3 to come out.
Yes. Well, now you mentioned it, it's delayed another year. The way it works, I think.
Yeah. Someone should threaten Gabe.
It's been over 10 years.
Has someone is someone threatening the life of Gabe Newell? Is
No.
anyone doing
I'm sure
that?
someone has.
Maybe I'm sure. I honestly wouldn't be surprised because the way people are. But no, don't do that, please. That's stupid.
Gabe
It's not going to
Newell,
bring you a game.
He knew how you make
Just
great
keep-
games. Just keep
doing what you're doing, and
We'll wait for it. We'll be patient.
I assume you have something in.
We pray to you.
We assume you have something going on.
Well, they always have something going on.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they got the way their company works is they let their developers make the games they want to make, and
yeah.
So
and they kind of always have had the formula of driving technology forward with their games as well. I mean, like they made when Half-Life 2 came out, it was a huge leap forward in like a lot of the physics stuff in games and like how that stuff worked, and it was impressive the way they were able to push that forward.
Yeah.
And so they've always kind of worked that way.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly mention these other two things.
Okay.
So
Go
this
quickly.
election year, Surgeon Simulator released a anniversary edition of their game that lets you operate on Donald Trump.
I saw that, and it made me
kinda
laugh.
funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's got a bunch of random little things in it, and so just go check it out. It
You
has
think he's
hair
gonna sue him?
physics. No, I don't think so.
I mean, as often as he really sues people?
I don't know. It's publicity.
I guess. I don't know.
But it has hair physics in it. His hair actually moves.
That's funny.
Apparently, there is a voting system within it. Like, you can choose what heart to put in him. There's a heart of gold and a heart of stone. And you can also have it recorded to a website which one you picked.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
so they got some
It's
statistics on that?
Yeah, there's a small hand surgeon version of it, mode of it. So there's all kinds of little poking fun at Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
That guy.
I don't have time really to
Yeah,
talk about
let's whatever it is. It's
small.
It's not important.
Intel put out a new CPU that has 10 cores.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's cool.
$1,700, really expensive.
Did we talk about the NVIDIA 1080?
Yes, we did. We had talked about it.
That thing looks sexy.
It looks great.
I would like to buy that, but I just bought a video card not long ago.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
all right,
that's our show.
Yes. A lot of tangents.
As
today.
always, please share us, subscribe, follow us, keep listening. We like you. We want you to like us everywhere, always. Please send us comments if you got them. Review us if you feel like it. I only accept 5 stars.
I'll take anything you can give me.
Because Dudley is desperate. Go to our website. It's deafandumb.com. DeafNDumb.com. And all that stuff's there.
Subscribe to iTunes.
Subscribe to iTunes.
Follow us on Facebook and
Twitter and all that stuff.
Upvote us on Reddit. Or
if you see us on Reddit, upvote us.
Or just,
share
talk
us.
About us.
Share us. Talk about us. Get us out there.
Good, bad, whatever.
I mean, I like that we're getting numbers, but I don't know what they are because Dudley sees all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.